Hello, everyone.
Good
Welcome to
morning.
our Three Musketeers.
Good morning,
It's long,
guys.
yeah, it's a long break for us, so we are coming back fresh again.
Yes.
So
Yes.
today we have a special topic about if money is not an issue, what we will do. So
Wow, wow.
today we have Delbert start first.
Yes. So, if money was not an issue, what would I do? Wow, there's so many things to be said about this, right? But I think the key thing about here to me is I would definitely love to buy experiences and things that we cannot get, in here, like at sort of where we are at right now. I mean, it's easy to talk about, where we can travel, we can do things that we can want to do. But something unique for me when I thought about this topic was, you know buying experiences, and what kind of experiences should we buy that, this kind of topics, then this kind of thoughts began to go into my mind. And what right off the single thing from my thought was actually, um things like things that can really change not just our own lives, but even the people around us, their lives, and their their emotions, their way of life, their pace of life. And one thing that I would definitely do is actually, definitely I'll definitely buy things like, you know ideas. I'll definitely buy ideas. I'll definitely buy into automations. I'll buy into things like things that can enable people to, move around faster, because of my trade and work, right? I'll definitely buy something that will automate our safety issues, or like something, that can really help in when I'm driving at time. There's safety things. Or for me, at time when I'll definitely find an invention that can even change our mode of transportation. Yeah, or even the mode of our 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 things that we can actually do to, to improve people's lives. Like example, like, maybe I will definitely invent a little box, where people can really put in your items there, and then it's safe and secure. You just deliver into their room, kind of thing. Yeah, this kind of ideas, definitely it's interesting. Yeah, and this will definitely help and change our lifestyle, our thinking. Another thing I also like to buy is, is buy into is actually, not just into that. I will definitely buy into things like, things that can actually change the way that we spend our money, or the way that or the way how we buy things, the way how we transact, having different transaction across. I think that's interesting to have that. Just imagine at the click of your hands, or something where you can have there's so many things like you can accessible, like you can go into Grab, go into Food Panda to actually buy your items right now. But what if there is such a way that, you can just have it grown, or things that you can grow, things that you can grow in your life. And there's a like a common space where people can do their own things, and they can grow their own things. And it's easy to store things now. Like, imagine you can buy into something like a virtual, like a space that can store things for your own. How good that would be. It's like a land or a place where you can just, show things, but it just doesn't take up your physical clutter. Yeah, something like that. You'll be very interesting lah. Technology isn't there yet, but one day, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, things like experiences, like, not just a amusement park kind of experience. Like, we see like VR, right? But what if there is a space and time where you can transport yourself into a different space, or different alternate world. Wow, that would be awesome, right? So you are being transported to another place, or another amusement park, and then you come back. Yeah, yeah, I think I'll definitely invest into those kind of ideas. But I think practically wise, in terms of practical wise, for me, if let's say today, as of today, what I'll definitely buy a fleet of, like what I'll definitely buy a fleet of van. Yeah, fleet of van to actually, yeah, they can transport out people, even that can even segregate by locations. Where some people can walk, some people can use public transport, some people can use a van to do their own delivery, and it all based on their location where they start off from, location where they can collect, location where they can even pick up their items, so the people can anyone can just be a delivery man, you just pick up, help people pick up, help people send, yeah, and then you get a bit of commission through your applications like that. I think that's pretty interesting because how to say, location wise, it's very hard sometimes. It's just across the street, but you need to do like 7 8 turns just to get there, but when you walk at time it's faster, who knows. Yeah, so I think that's the key thing. Yeah, being practical in terms of transporting little things to people. Yeah, that's the one thing that I would think about. Yeah, if let's say if another thing I would think about is what if there is you can buy into experiences where people now can actually stay in the sky, right? Now there's something like a non-stop kind of plane that people board and people just travel and stay in the sky, but that will cost now a lot of fuel issues lah. So who knows, there might be a technology one day that it might be solar powered, or it might be even running on different fuel or different energy. Yeah, so that's a very interesting idea. I think another idea is actually how to actually renew the land. Like example, when you plant, right, or when you grow things, right, the land will just be used up, the soil, the nutrients being used up. But what is there's a way to actually renew it? There's a way to make it richer. There's a way to grow even different things altogether. Yeah, I think that's a very interesting idea to think about over there. Yeah, yes. So I think
Well,
there are
that's
so
good.
many things and we can really decide about, but these are the two things that I would actually want to take away. Just want to share and take away is that things that can adequately provide things that can actually transform and change our current lifestyle right now. I think that's the one thing that we should think about. Yeah, experiences that we can never get lah.
So it's
Yes.
very into technology, huh? Like
Yeah,
how
correct.
technology can help each other or people then to move faster, as you said, or to receive something or to be transported somewhere. What about the
Yeah,
drone for delivery? Will
drone
you invest
actually.
in the drone fleet as well, like to, as you said, cross the street and to deliver a parcel?
It might be, but right now it's not a feasible idea because people use drone for different for bad ideas, yeah, bad things. So because there's camera, right? So you start peeping into people's blog, so that's why it was banned for a while. Yeah,
Yeah, that is good.
yeah. So it's a good technology. It's really a good technology, but then it's a technology to still be, how to say, work on, to be work on. Yeah, to be work on.
Yeah, but
Yes.
you will have plenty of money because the money will be not an issue, so you can develop
Yeah,
that.
that's true. Yes, but it can be programmed to actually fly to a place and just drop off and go off. I think that's good. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is amazing!
Yeah.
It's so I can
Yes.
order to you soon a parcel, and in 1 hour you can deliver to me or something like
Yeah.
this. Correct?
That's right. Instantly, imagine your fruits just go like that. Yeah.
Fantastic. So where I should
Grocery.
order? Tell me where I should place my order. It's excellent, excellent.
Wow. So good, man.
Good.
All right. On to Dave. Yeah. Dave,
Yeah.
what would you do if you have so much money?
This one is a very unique topic because I believe most people will not think of this. With current inflation, with recession might be coming, this might be an impossible dream for most of people because they will always think of lack of money. So that's why I come up with this topic for today because we need to aim have a goal that this will come true, and this will definitely come true when if I uh, money is never an issue for me, I will travel every month. That's like Pascal.
But the money
I
is an
love
issue
to
right now, so don't worry. Don't get me wrong.
I love to travel, especially to Europe countries and especially those cold countries because Singapore is too hot. You see, I'm perspiring now, even in aircon room. Okay, so I love countries like Finland, Iceland, Norway, etc. Because I like to see the northern light, and I want to let my kids experience different cultures around the world because the world is just not Singapore only. It's much more bigger, and different people, different culture, different kind of food, people with different mentality, etc. He can learn a lot of things by traveling to different countries. Let him get in touch and explore it while he's young, better than when he grown up. He has his own thinking. It's very hard to let him learn, because by that time he might have his own mindset already. Okay, so other than traveling, I want to actually set up a training business. I want to be someone like Tony Robbins. Okay, if you know who is Tony Robbins, he's the I can say the world one of the best motivational trainer and NLP trainer. Okay, so other than that, because of this training, I can do it in any country that I want, because I love to fly around. And because of this, I can also invest funds on startups, because I know startups need funds and mentorship also. Because I believe a lot of people, when they start up any company of any industry, no one is there to guide them. That's why 90% of the startup fail. Okay, and maybe they can never come back again. So I want to help them, make sure they can go on the right track and maybe possibly succeed in their whatever they want to do. So in this world, I believe not a lot of people are doing this, funding startup and mentor them to where they want to go. Other than Gary V, I'm not sure you know who is Gary V. He does invest in startup and help people. I can't think of anyone else. Okay, so I want to do this, help more people to create a lifestyle that they want. Because I know a lot of people are not living the potential that they want. And because I used to be a person who is not living to my own potential, that's why I do not want to see the rest of the people suffering and living a normal life for the rest of their life. So I want to impact more people. Okay. So previously I already said before, I want to help more people, impact more people, create more value to the community. Okay, so this is one of my life goals. Of course, when money is never an issue, I can do a lot of things. Job is no longer my concern. By then, I already become a job quitter. Okay, so this is something which I will never think in my previous years, because we are all in the world being inculcated from our parents, okay, that we need to study hard, get a degree, get a good job, and that's the end of our life. Is that so? Is that what are you really thinking of? If you think of money is a scarcity, then it will never be enough for you. You will keep finding ways to have more money. Okay, so you must think that money is abundance for you, so that you can attract more money to you. So other than that, I want to get a bigger house. Yeah, only my family was only three of us, excluding the helper, because helper one day they will also leave. So why do I want to have such a big house? Because I want to have a studio in my house. Okay, that I can do Facebook Live or live events. So I can have all the live events equipment inside the room, just like Tony Robbins. He have big TV screens and all those lighting equipments, cameras, computer system, everything that is so cool. Okay, I like to do my life at home instead of go to another company or another location or venue. Okay, so this is something that I want to build, some techie stuff because I'm an IT person. And other than that, I want to have a swimming pool inside my house. So my kid love to swim, and Sometimes go to swimming pool, there's a lot of people, you have to squeeze with them. And when you swim, sometimes they swim past you and they crash into you. So when you have a private swimming pool, you can swim all by yourself, anytime, any day, free.
Dave, I have just a quick question to you. As you want a bigger house, this house will be where? In Singapore or in Finland, in Sweden, or in Denmark or in Norway? Where will be located?
It's a good question. Is money is never an issue. I hope to have one house in every country.
That is good. Swimming pool, but it's going to be a ice swimming pool in the northern part of Europe, huh? Because it's going to be very
Ice
cold.
swimming pool. You can ski.
Yes, you can put a heater inside. Yes, okay, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that can be our holiday house. So this is something. Sorry. This is something that which I can never think of in my previous years. So this can be actually happen if you believe in it. And traveling by different planes, who will think of this? Like today I travel by Emirates, tomorrow I travel by SIA, another month I travel by Qatar, something like that. All these are premium airplanes.
Yeah, first class, huh? Of course.
Yeah, first class. Sometimes
Excellent.
sometimes you buy economy, they will upgrade you to business class or even first class. Depends on your relationship with the uh, air company. Yeah. So I want to eat food that is prepared by Gordon Ramsay himself.
So you want to hire Gordon Ramsay? Excellent.
Correct.
Okay. Excellent.
So because when you go to his restaurant, it's not cooked by him. It's cooked by his other chef. So maybe the taste will be a bit different from him himself. So the only way you can cook by him, you need to fly to UK and find him.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So because my kids also love him, because every time see his YouTube videos of him hurling vulgarities to the contestant.
Yeah, it's like a Top Chef contest, huh? Correct, huh? It's
Yeah, Master Chef.
Master Chef, yes.
Yeah. So this is an experience that we can go through because our life is so short. We can't just every day just eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep, work. It's very boring. There's a lot of things that we can experience around the world, and why not we live our life to the max while we can before we leave this earth? Yeah. So what about you, Pascal?
About me, well, this is thanks again, Dave, for to bringing up this topic, because it sounds sometimes a bit cheesy when we said if you don't have money, what you will do, but it's true because it's a reflection of what we want, what we wish, what we desire, and again, big, it's limitless. You don't need to put a limit of whatever. Then, so for me, it's a link to a bit of what you share, but actually not focusing on the technology, but is giving back to the community. It's very important, like giving back the best I can to any kind of community that I could be involved or who are resonated to me. So if money is not an issue, I will have, and this is a part of my dream also, I will have a big piece of land located in the south of France, which is I'm coming from originally and born, but on the hillside. So in the south of France, then in less than 1 hour distance, you can swim in the morning, and 1 hour after you can be on the hillside and the mountain. So location, it's big, wide, but actually it's everything is narrow to it. So a big piece of land close to the hillside. And why a big piece of land? Because I have different target and objective inside this piece of land. So the first part, so if you can get some things, again, very big, okay, with a forest, with a water, fresh water source, whatever. One part will be a house for me, my family, my friends, my everybody that I love and are around me, and you guys will be invited. But this house, the particularity will be built with elements I love, which is stones, metal, glass, and air. Air meaning we don't build air, but it's going to be something than the air circulating. And why is important for me? Because I want to use only recycled material, something that have been used, and to again give another life to those material. So again, if money is not an issue, I can find any beautiful quality material used already and build. Then I will engage and involve all the artisan craftsmanships from this area to help and to build this I would say main house. Of course, it's going to be a swimming pool, but this is not the main topic. The big house will be at least 6 to 8 bedroom to again welcome family, friends, people I know, I love, and it's going to be like a cocoon house. Another piece of land will be dedicated for the tiny house. Of course, if you remember, I love a tiny house, but it's to welcome people around Europe who want to a piece of land in France. Just to share with the audience, you can leave a tiny house on the land only 3 months. Every 3 months, you have to move your tiny house on the trailer and to go somewhere else, or you can come back, but it's only 3 months. So I will welcome many as I can tiny house people around Europe who want to have a peace in the forest, surrounding by the nature. D'Albert just left. I don't know why. And then those people will be, it's going to be completely free for them. It's no rental as long as they could participate to the land, whatever it's people have a quality or experience on agriculture or reparation. So it's going to be completely free for those people who coming in this property with a tiny house, as long that they can invest a little bit, like 1 hour, 2 hours per day to the property to give back to the soil or to whatever. Another part is going to be the garden, organic garden, which is I involve the farmer to help me to the garden, but as a retribution, then I will put a piece of land that they can put the market and sell their product, which is, again, I will invite all people from the village around to come and to buy the product from the local farmer. So the idea of this land, it's more like I would say the retreat, something that could be involved the well-being. So people who doing, I don't know, yoga, tai chi, whatever, well-being, I will give them a space, then they can develop their skills for free to teach people. But again, they will have to give back some things. Is more like not about the money, but give back something to the property in terms of time or in terms of whatever they think it's to giving back. So the idea is to have that circular economy, which is not only money involved, but is more like passion, experience, time to give back. Another part will be dedicated, and actually I really picture very well, is going to be like a big barn, and this barn is going to be for music, art, and culture. So all those small band, small singer, not only small, but people that, again, as a startup, they want to start something. So I will offer them a platform, a stage that they can express themselves. And of course, we'll do a big marketing. We will invite a lot of people, but again, for them for free. Have a space that they can develop their heart, but again, to give back. And how to give back to the community, it's I will involve kids, school, education. And then those people will have a stage to express their art, like music, singer, a painter, drawer. They will have to give back to those kids' education. So the idea of this piece of land and property is really something circular. So we're not talking about the money, we're talking about time and giving back to some things, whatever is the forest, whatever it's the garden, whatever it's people, just to give back something. And another part will be a laboratory, which is in the region in the south of France, you know, guys, is a lavender field and a lot of flowers. So I will build a laboratory when we can do essential oil for the well-being and also the soap to make their own soap for all the ingredient and local ingredient. Again, I will involve the people and to provide those products, and again they circular, then they can sell those products from the property and to get their own commission from their own products. So again, it's the final detail is not here, but it's very clear in terms of mapping of this part of retreat. And I want the people to feeling well to come, to stay as long as they can get back some things. Whatever. You know how to use a screwdriver, if they can help me to repair something. So, and this is something, this is my wish dream actually. Just to, money is not an issue. I can build whatever I want, and I can welcome the people to giving back to that community. So tiny house again is a big thing for me, and I thought of that project because I know what is the feeling to be in a tiny house, because I've been once, and it's a super experience. But again, giving back to community, education, kids, well-being, nature, to protect the nature. I spent a month in the south of France, just arrived yesterday, and then I felt the nature then so well, meaning it's I'm very connected with the nature. So all this project will be like in the nest in the nature with a tree house. Guys, with your kids, you will come and then you will be in the tree house, and then you will give back to the property with some things like 1 hour IT skills, 1 hour of talking about the technology and the whole how deliver, whatever. It's no money involved, as long as it's something circular to the community. So this is, yeah, if money is not an issue, but it's part of my dream. This is my focus dream, guys. That's it. We have no more sound.
Wow. Really good, man.
Yeah, this
Wow.
is very
I like
interesting.
that
I
part.
believe if money is never an issue, I believe a lot of people will have a lot of wildest dreams that they can fulfill. And because most people do not do not think of this, that's why they never able to actually fulfill what they want to fulfill. So actually, a
That's
lot
true.
of these things can be done, and all successful businessmen, people who fulfill dreams, start from zero. They start from having a dreams. Then they work up to become where they want. Okay, so it's important that you must start thinking or even planning what you want to achieve. If you never think, you will never achieve. So that's why most people life is very boring. At the end of their 60 years old, 70 years old, when they look back their life, they find that they miss a lot of things. So definitely, I do not want to come to this stage and regret in life that, hey, how come I never do this, never do that? And there are people who have a lot of money, but they feel that their life are not fulfilled because money is just a money to them, but their life is like very empty because they are not doing a lot of things to experience it. They are not enjoying life. There are a lot of people who work long hours just to get the money, but in the end, even though they have a lot of money, their life is very boring. So this is another kind of life that I do not want to uh, achieve. So I don't want to trade time for life. I don't want to trade life for money also. So I want to
Correct.
enjoy my life while I can. So I believe both of you also like to enjoy life.
Yeah. You know, it's make me thinking. I don't have a kids, and Dave, you have kids. How kids then they don't put any limit. You know how kids when they are very young, they I want the big thing, because they don't put the limit, because the society, the environment doesn't put them the limit, so they dream big. So why don't we become again in our mind like a kids when we were kids? Then everything is possible. And I know it's difficult because it's our mind change when we grow up in education, but the kids actually is a pure example. I have a lot of nephew and niece now. I have also grandnephew. I was spending time with them, and they dream so big. They dream so big. They want to build a swimming pool in the moon, and because yet there is those education don't tell them it's impossible. Everything is possible for them, and this is it's fantastic when you listen to those kids. Then it's no limit. You know, they want to put a truck or in the, I don't know, in the tiny box, whatever they think, it's no limit. So I'm feeling well. Just get back to think in that way, even though sometimes it's your peak, but I love that. It's so dream big.
Yep.
And dream far.
So with this, this is the end of our today's live. So I hope to see all of you next Sunday, same timing for our 3 Musketeers. Okay, so
yes.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a great evening. See you.
One
Ciao.
for all.
Bye-bye.
All for
Yes,
one.
ciao.
Bye bye.
Ciao.